there, welcome to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith, and this is going to be a special announcement video. But first, I just want to provide a little bit of context for it. Some of you might not realize, but I actually work on Watch It Played full-time, and I'm able to do that because of people like you who watch and enjoy the show, share it with your friends, and also once a year donate during our yearly fundraiser. Now, there are some platforms like Patreon that allow people to support a show all year round, and I've opted not to go with that. I have preferred to hit you up once a year for your support and then sort of leave you be. And I hope that that's worked for you. And it's worked for me as well because I only have to do fulfillment once a year, and the rest of the year I can be focusing on creating the content for the show. But there is sort of one weakness with my channel and the kind of content I create and that type of fundraising. And it's because most people who watch our show are going to pick and choose what they want to watch. Now, obviously, some people do watch everything we put out, which is wonderful. But there's many people who are going to see a game that we feature and go, well, I don't have an interest in that game, so I'm not going to watch that video in the fall the game plays. Oh, but that one over there, I do want to watch that. So it makes perfectly good sense that there's a lot of people who pick and choose what they want to see. And I expect that. The problem is that when we have a video announcing that we're doing a fundraiser, most people will not see that because that's not really what people come to this channel for. All the news and updates and fundraiser announcement videos are things that they might skip over when they've got a million other things that they could be watching or listening to. And the challenge for me there is that it means the majority, the vast majority of the people who watch and enjoy our content and perhaps value it enough that they would want to support it in some way won't be able to because they don't even know the fundraiser is going on because they missed that announcement video. If you run a podcast, for example, and you're subscribed to a podcast, then all of their content automatically goes into your phone or listening device or whatever. And then when you're doing the dishes or mowing the lawn or whatever it is you're up to, you can be listening and you'll get the kind of important announcements like that. With my channel, you sort of have one or two chances to become aware of it, and it requires you setting aside time to sit down in front of your computer or device or whatever and watch that specific video. And so if you miss that announcement, then you can't support. And what this results in is after my fundraisers, I get regular and consistent contact from people who are just finally watching the announcement video and realizing, oh, I missed the fundraiser, I'd like to support you. Can I do that? And I have to kind of go, well, no, not really. And also I end up with these promos left over at the end of the season that I can't really offer in the next fundraiser because although I have some leftovers, I don't have enough leftovers. So it's really presented me with three different problems. One, there's a bunch of kind and very generous people who would like to support the show, and they can't because they missed that window of opportunity I give them once per year. And frankly, they'll probably miss it again next year for the same reasons because, again, there's just so much information bombarding us all, it's impossible to absorb it. Two, I have these leftover promos that those people would have gotten, but now they didn't, and I don't have enough promos to offer during a big campaign. But three, I don't want to offer a second campaign during the year to try to solve the first two problems. But I think I found a solution. Chaz Marler, who runs the fantastic YouTube channel Pair of Dice Paradise, if you're not already checking it out, please do. I'll put a link in the description below if you'd like to. He also runs Podpledge. This is a fundraising platform that's an alternative to Kickstarter and Indiegogo and Patreon. It sort of puts the best of all those worlds under one umbrella. I'll leave you to look at that if you'd like to see the details of all those things he offers. But the main thing that he's also offering now that I can take advantage of is a merchandise section. So if you want to sell pins and t-shirts and mugs or whatever, you can do that as a content creator. But I realized I can put all the promos up on a Podpledge store that you can then go to, and if you want to pick up a promo that you missed from not just last year, but previous years, you can do that. It will collect your information, it will collect your money, it will collect your mailing address. So I don't have to manage all of that, and I don't have to run this big campaign again. When people contact me and say, hey, I missed the fundraiser, how can I support you? I can just point them to the Podpledge location, and then they can support that way. So it allows me to catch people later in the year without having to run a whole secondary campaign. And this is open worldwide. No matter where you are in the world, there's no extra shipping costs. What you see on there is what you get. And there's little bundles as well, like we offered in some of our previous fundraisers. And that's kind of an important thing. I'm trying to price things the same way they would have been if you had caught the fundraiser when it happened and wanted to support at that time. So if you'd like to check that out, if you missed our fundraiser and you'd like to support the channel, you can go to the link that I'm going to put in the description below and pick up some promos and support us at the same time. That's the announcement, and that's everything. So until the next episode, thanks for watching.